morning students, this is Shiba. Now we are going to discuss about the electronic devices unit 2 bipolar junction transistors. In this unit, now we are going to discuss about Gummel-Poon charge control model. In our previous sessions we have discussed about NPN and PNP transistors, its operations and its configurations like common emitter, common base, common collector configurations, and also the models that are available like hybrid parameter, H parameter, hybrid pi model, and also we have discussed about the Ebermol model in our last session. Now we are going to see about the Gummel-Poon model. It is a detailed charge control model of BJT dynamics which has been adapted and elaborately used by transistor modeling to obtain the detailed information about the terminal based models. This model also includes the dependence of transistor beta values upon the DC current levels in the transistor, which are assumed to be current independent in the Ebermol model. A significant effect included in Gummel-Poon model is the DC current variation of the transistor, that is beta F and beta R. When certain parameters are omitted, the Gummel-Poon model reverts to be the simpler Ebermol model. This model is widely used in SPICE implementations. You can see the constructional equivalent of this Gummel-Poon model, in which how it is elaborated as base, emitter, collector junctions. As you can see here, CPI and CMU capacitance is used as the equivalent circuit. CMU is the common base output capacitance and CPI is the common emitter input capacitance. Correspondingly, you can see the large signal schematic of this Gummel-Poon model with the capacitor equivalents. It represents the physical transistor, a current control, output current sink, and two diode structures including their capacitors. Here, for a given operating point, the DC currents are calculated and the model is linearized according to the junction we are choosing. And so, such schematics are used in PSPICE, SPICE S parameter simulations. In order to make the representation of schematics complete, here we have depicted the sub-circuit used for modeling NPN transistor, including a parasitic PNP. So, an NPN transistor is drawn with the parasitic PNP also injected along with it. So, this is the sub-circuit schematic when including the parasitic PNP. Moving to the equivalent circuit of Gummel-Poon model, you can see here, yes, diodes are connected back to back along with the equivalent capacitances. Correspondingly, you can also write the current equations corresponding to this region we are choosing. For example, this model distinguishes four operating regions such as normal, active region, inverse region, saturation region, and cutoff region. So, normal active region, here VBE is greater and VBC is lesser, that is the value which we are choosing. From these values we will be finding the values of emitter, collector current and base current by using the values of G minimum. What is this G minimum? It is the minimum conductance which is automatically switched in parallel to each PN junction. You can see here the value, that is phi NF into KB into T divided by Q, is chosen as the center value. In saturation region, VBE is greater than this value and also VBC is also greater than the value we are choosing. In cutoff region, VBE is less than or equal to this value and VBC is also less than or equal to this value. Whereas in inverse region, it is like inverse, that is VBE is lesser than phi NF KB into T by Q, whereas VBC is greater than this value which we are choosing. So this is regarding the Gummel-Poole model equations. Moving to the multi-emitter transistor. A multi-emitter transistor is a specialized bipolar transistor mostly used at the input of integrated circuit TTL NAND logic gates. These input signals are applied to the emitters. Multi-emitter transistors or multiple emitter transistors replace the diodes of diode transistor logic, which is said to be DTL, to make transistor to transistor logic, that is TTL, and thereby allow reduction of switching time and power dissipation. So now we can clearly say that this multiple emitter transistor is nothing but replacement of diode to diode transistor logic to transistor logic, DTL to TTL. What is the main motive of using this multiple emitter transistor? In order to reduce the switching time and power dissipation. The voltage presented to the following stage of this TTL is pulled off if any one or more of the base emitter junction is forward biased, allowing logical operations to be performed using a single transistor. You can see the schematic of this multi-emitter transistor, how the normal transistor will be. Emitter, base, collector junctions will be there, whereas in multiple emitter transistor you can see here multiple emitter. Yes, it has multiple emitter points. You can see symbolic representation. There are 3 emitter points given. So each emitter emits individually, and also you can see the planar representation how these emitters are placed in the junction. Emitter 1, emitter 2 and emitter 3. So this is the physical structure. All these 3 emitters share the same base and collector. The only difference is that instead of having one IE, we now have summation of IE. Yes. For normal transistor, we will be having only single IE value. So here we will be having summation of IE. That is, if you are choosing to have the 3 emitter means it will be consisting of summation of IE will be E1, E2, E3. If it is having 3 emitter means 2 emitters means E1, E2. So for a multiple emitter transistor or multiple emitter BJT, the basic current relationship becomes summation of IE, which is equal to IE1 plus IE2 plus IE3. We know that IE is equal to what? IB plus IC, collector current plus base current. And here also similarly, whatever the emitter current may be, for example IE1, IE2, IE3, how many number of emitter current may be there, the summation of all the emitter current, that is IE1 plus IE2 plus IE3, is equal to your collector current plus base current, that is IC plus IB. This is about the 2 topics we have discussed now, that is Gummel-Poole model and multiple emitter transistor. Moving to the important questions regarding this topic. Part A, define Gummel-Poole model. Yes, first you have to write what is this Gummel-Poole model means, why we are using this model. So whenever you are going to define any 2 marks or any question means, first you have to give the possible diagrams. It will be very easy for you to explain in detail. Second question, the NPN Gummel-Poole equivalent model. Yes, the same you have to draw and practice for PNP also. They can ask it for NPN or else PNP model. Third one, write the current equations of Gummel-Poole model in cutoff region. Yes, we have seen the Gummel-Poole model for 4 regions, that is normal, active region, inverse region, saturation region and cutoff region. So now they have asked for cutoff region. You can practice it for both all the 4 models, like normal, saturation and active region, cutoff region and inverse region. Next, fourth question, what are the multiple emitter transistor? Yes, you have to define what is mean by this multi-emitter transistor means. Next, draw the multiple emitter transistor and give its current equation. You have to draw this diagram, schematic, symbol as well as physical structure, and you have to give the current equation which we have seen now, that is summation of IE is equal to IE1 plus IE2 plus IE3. This is equal to IC plus IB. Moving to the part B, 8 marks. Derive the expression of Gummel-Poole model with a neat circuit diagram. Yes, you have to write and explain the Gummel-Poole model, how it differs from the Ebers-Moll model, and what is the purpose of going to this Gummel-Poole model, what is the major advantage of it. compared to all the other models. You have to give all these explanations and you have to draw the NPN or PNP circuit which they have asked, and you can explain it along with the diagram. Second question, explain the multiple emitter transistor with neat circuit diagram. Yes, you have to give the symbolic as well as circuit diagram of these multi-emitter transistors. Why we are going for this multi-emitter transistor? What is the real purpose of going to this multiple emitter transistor? Where this multiple emitter transistor is applied in real time. So whenever you learn something, you try to get the real time implementation of that model. For example, if I am now saying Gummel-Poon model transistor of means it is implemented in PSpice simulations. I have said Ebermol model and Gummel-Poon model are used in SPICE simulation implementation. Yes, that is one of the major real-time implementation in amplifier circuits, which this is in further used in amplifier circuit analysis. Likewise, you can take the practical implementation of that model where it is implemented in real time, and you can explain along with that. This is about the Gummel-Poon model and multi-emitter transistor. Here I have given the link for reference. Both website links are also mentioned for the topic to which we have discussed now, and also I have given the page numbers corresponding to the topic of discussion. Referenced books Bakshi and Godse, page number corresponding to chapter 2 29 to chapter 2, page number 31 corresponds to the two topics which we have discussed now. This is about the unit 2 bipolar junction transistor. If you have any doubts in this topic as well as in the unit, you can ask me and get the details. Thank you.